Welcome to Jenerate. I'm Jen, and I'm on a quest to generate self-sustaining joy. About 2 weeks ago, I posted a video about the concept of cognitive dissonance, and we explored it as it applied to tarot and the Bible. I've included a link to that video in the description box below. You all said you really appreciated that video, and so this week we're going to apply it again to the concept of astrology and the Bible. This is a topic near and dear to my heart because I always thought it was significant that the biblical wise men knew about the birth of Jesus from a star. So let's start there and look at that passage in the Bible. In Matthew 2:2, we see the wise men come to King Herod in Jerusalem. They ask, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east and have come to worship him." In Matthew 2:9, it says, "The star they had seen in the east went on before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great gladness." So this leads me to my key takeaway. Stars are signs of various occurrences. They are not what caused those occurrences to happen. Right up front in Genesis, God created the stars. And stars come up over and over again in the Bible as symbols of the care put into creation. In Amos 5:8, we see it says, "He who made the Pleiades and Orion, who turns midnight into dawn and darkens day into night, the Lord is his name." Psalm 147:4 says, "He determines the number of stars and calls them each by name." Isaiah 40:26 says, "Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name." The Bible is so clear that every star is intentional and is created, positioned, and named by God. The stars are so lovely. But the Bible also comes with a warning about the stars. In Deuteronomy 4:19, we see it says, "And when you look up to the sky and see the sun, the moon, and the stars, all the heavenly array, do not be enticed into bowing down to them and worshiping things the Lord your God has apportioned to all the nations under heaven." In essence, this passage is saying, don't get it twisted about the source of power. There's a passage in Isaiah that really hits this home for me. In Isaiah 47:13-14, it says, "All the counsel you have received has only worn you out. Let your astrologers come forward, those stargazers who make predictions month by month. Let them save you from what is coming upon you." They cannot even save themselves from the power of the flame. To paraphrase, what this is saying is that astrologers may be able to relay signs and symbols, but they cannot change anything that's going to happen. This passage is a reminder of the true source of power. Now, a lot of Christians believe that astrology and horoscopes are forbidden because it falls into the camp of divination and fortune telling. Two things here. First, astrology isn't calling upon any spirits, so it's not divination. It's also not a precise form of fortune telling. If it were, every time Mercury went retrograde, all of us, without fail, would have a terrible time. In reality, you and I both know that there have been times where Mercury went retrograde and we made off scot-free. Everything was fine. In that sense, Mercury going retrograde is just a reminder to avoid miscommunication. It's not a sign that you are guaranteed to have those miscommunications. My second point on this front is that if astrology truly were evil, I firmly believe it would not have had such an important role in a story introducing the central tenet of the Christian faith, which is Jesus. But again, the star was a symbol. It was a sign pointing towards Jesus. It didn't cause Jesus to come about. To sum it all up, in order to be responsible consumers of astrology, the Bible points to two central tenets. The first is not to let stars become the focus of your worship. And the second is to remember that the stars have no power over you. They are simply pointing towards where the power truly rests. Stars are the handiwork of the true source of power. If every star is made deliberately, there's no saying that God didn't put messages in the stars for us. But they don't control us. Hopefully, by taking a peek at what the Bible actually says about the stars and any practice of astrology, it's brought you some peace about what you can and cannot do with regard to astrology and engaging with the stars. Thank you so much for diving into this topic with me here on Jenerate. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like, comment on what really stuck out to you, and subscribe to Jenerate. I'll be putting out more content in this theme in the near future, and I'm always grateful for your video suggestions. It's always a pleasure having you here on Jenerate. May your week be full of joy.